moments now just to talk about the role of convention in how we communicate. It's interesting how our conversation and communication has evolved. Our brains in the past were very concerned about how many calories we had and if we had enough energy to get us through the day. So what's happened is we've developed ways of having really easy conversations that take up almost no mental energy. So we have these every day. Hi, how are you? I'm fine, how are you? These conversations that go like playbooks, it's as if they're scripted already and we just click into an almost preset piece of communication. We do this a lot. We do it because it is very easy, it's comfortable, and it takes up no energy. One of the reasons we get nervous is when we come into a situation where we're not quite sure how to play these set play pieces of communication. So for example, I understand how to greet people in the West, in the UK, in Europe maybe, or maybe in France. I worry maybe there might be a kiss involved in a greeting where I would have gone for a handshake. So I begin to get a little bit stressed because I'm not quite sure how to play the normal conventional roles. When I traveled to the Middle East, or did for the first time, that's even more difficult. I don't know if I should shake hands. I don't know if the rules for greeting men and women are different. And so then I start to feel anxious because what I don't want to do is show that I don't know the simple rules, that I'm forcing somebody else into an uncomfortable conversation because I don't know how to conduct myself in the conventional way. So one source of anxiety, if you feel it, might be because you're going to be talking or presenting with people that you don't know, or in a situation where you're not sure of what those rules are. I deal with lots of junior lawyers and they are very anxious going into court because the courtroom has its own set of conventions and etiquettes and ways of behaving, which once you get them, you feel much more relaxed. And so the simple part for this conversation is just the idea that if you're going into a situation you're not so familiar with, you are likely to be affected by nerves. The remedy really then is just to try to familiarize yourself with what the conventional norms are. And if you think about them in those terms, you can do your research, talk to people and work out what is expected in this type of communication with these sorts of people in these sorts of situations. And that basic understanding of the conventions that sit behind the communication will help you enter into it with a sense of comfort. What I want to talk to you about in the next section will be when you should break those conventions, because conventional conversations, whilst easy, are also rather dull. And convention breakers, people who speak in a way that's unexpected or unanticipated, are often the most effective communicators, although they take a risk. But we'll cover that in the next video.